Let's go to a place where everything is made of blocks, where the only limit is your imagination. Let's go wherever you want to go. Climb the tallest mountains. Venture down to the darkest caves. Build anything you want. Day or night, rain or shine. Because this is the most significant sandbox you'll ever set foot in.
You know, the statement will be true a few years ago, but now, nope, it's not true anymore. Minecraft has become something different. But Mojang does not want to embrace this difference. So they keep trying to go back to what Minecraft used to be, but ends up screwing Minecraft over harder and harder. And the reason for this is that Mojang doesn't listen to the audiences, at least a big part of it. Now, we'll categorize Minecraft in these three big categories: the vanilla survival category, the modded survival, and server category. Out of those three categories, I will say that server and modding takes about 70% or more of the player base. But Mojang is focusing on that 30% of the player base and doesn't care about the other 70%. A great example of Mojang ignoring the 70% player base is through servers. Hypixel, one of the most popular server of all time, I used to play on all the time, still only has 1.8 content. Nothing above it. No 1.9 content, no shield, no modified arrows, nothing. And 1.9 was released about 3 years ago. The reason for Hypixel to not update to 1.9 is because of the PvP system. The critical thing that 1.9 added was the combat cooldown. And for this one single reason, no PvP server could upgrade to 1.9. So all the popular PvP servers are basically stranded on the 1.8 update, which is about 4 years old by now. The only way they can add extra content is through plugins, but plugins are glitchy as fuck. And that's partially one of the reasons I quit Hypixel, is because it's so glitchy. Some of you guys say it might just be the lag. I can admit sometimes it is lag, but sometimes it's actually the plugin that's causing all the problems. Now, the glitchy plugin might be one part, but the content is another part. Server is stuck on the 1.8 update and couldn't get any of the new feature of 1.9 to make new game modes. I'm sure Hypixel will much appreciate the added feature of 1.9, 1.10, 1.11, 1.12, 1.3. This thing only gets worse as Minecraft updates more. Now, Mojang can simply fix this by bringing back the old PvP system to the newer versions, but they didn't. It's been this way for 3 years, and people were screaming about it, and Mojang still doesn't fix it. Now, some of you guys might say, oh, it's hard for Mojang to fix it, and no, it's fucking not hard to fix. And Venom demonstrated this in one of his videos. He told his friend to make a mod that disables PvP cooldown, and his friend did it in an hour. If a guy with a little bit modding experience can do it, I'm pretty sure a team of game developers can do it too. Now, some of you guys might ask, why don't you just add a plugin to disable this PvP cooldown? And trust me, Hypixel have tried. In fact, you can try it now. Go on 1.9 and join Hypixel, and try to PvP with that. It's so glitchy and bad, it's unacceptable. And a mod might work better, but nobody wants to install Forge just to play on a server. And to be frankly, most of people don't even know how to install Forge. And Hypixel isn't risking losing half its player base, because every time they log in, they'll say, please install Forge, otherwise you can't log into the server. And then this brings me on to my second point. Modding in Minecraft. Somehow Mojang screwed this up too. How, you might ask? While they still haven't implemented an official fucking modding API. It's been 10 years since the game launch. and yet it still doesn't have an official modding API. Some of you guys might not know what a modding API is, but it's basically a program which makes making mod easier, if that makes any sense. Now Forge is a modding API, but it's not official. So that's why sometimes your favorite mod isn't compatible with your other favorite mod. If we do have an official modding API, we'll get a lot better mod support, and the mod will be a lot better, less glitchy. Some mods can be really glitchy as well, but plugins are worse. It also makes installing mods for newbies much easier. But Mojang keeps on neglecting this community, even though it's a big part of Minecraft, ever since the beginning. A great example of Mojang neglecting this community is through the most recent updates. They added dolphin, turtles, tridents and stuff. Those are great additions, but guess what? They existed in modding for over eternity. You can even get a whole different world through modding. My favorite example of this is definitely Terraformcraft. That mod changes the definition of Minecraft. It is something completely different. You now have to smelt the ore the proper way, and you have to forge your weapon, not just craft them off ingots. There's so much more that this mod brings that it should just be named Minecraft version 2. But yet it's stuck on 1.7.10. A Minecraft that's almost 5 years old. Why? Because there's no official modding API. It's really hard to port big mods from versions to version in Forge. My whole point of this section is that Minecraft shouldn't be creating the stuff by themselves. They shouldn't be adding stuff to the game by themselves. They should let the people do it, the community do it. All they have to do is add the tools for them to do it. But they don't. And that's a really big problem. Now this might sound like I'm turning Minecraft into Roblox, but they're different, okay? You can't compare those two. Some of Minecraft's most famous item was originated from mods. You know the piston? Yeah, that really popular item was originally a mod. So Mojang technically stole the idea, and yeah, if it wasn't for that, Minecraft would never be what it will be now. But now Mojang just doesn't care about modding anymore. These are just some great examples on how Mojang or Microsoft just doesn't care about the community. And Minecraft is definitely suffering from it. Just go look at all the OG Minecraft YouTubers. How many of them are still here, and how much views do they get? Mojang, you have a great game here. You just gotta listen to your player base and actually give them what they want. You don't need to make the stuff yourself. Let the creators do it. The whole point of Minecraft is to create stuff. And yet you're not letting them. What you need to do is to provide the tools for the people to create. And if you don't start doing this right now, the game's gonna die. And don't get me even started on the Bedrock Edition. That thing is such a horrible mess right now. I don't even think you can fix that game at this stage. It is so bad, full of microtransaction. Just fucking triggers me, okay? Just so dumb. Anyways, thank you for watching this thing I did. And please like, share, subscribe. Do what every single other YouTuber tells you to do. And yeah.